So let's now begin illustrating what is basic life support. We can memorize what to do in basic life support by a mnemonic, doctors A, B, C, D. D stands for danger. You have to make sure that you are safe while treating the patient, while you are trying to help the patient. R stands for responsiveness. You have to check, is the patient responsive or not? And how to do that? You do that with gentle shaking of the patient's shoulders and shouting loudly, "Are you all right, sir? Are you all right, sir?" while you are shaking his shoulders. If he is not responsive, then he is in a critical situation. So you have to send for help. S stands for send for help. Then you will examine his airway by head tilt and chin lift maneuver or by jaw thrust. After opening his airway, you have to examine his breathing by look, listen, and feel. You will look at his chest. Is it rising? Is it going up and going down like in a normal breathing person or not? This is look. Listen. You have to listen. Do you hear any breath coming out from his mouth or his nose? Feel. Do you feel any current of air touching your face coming out of the patient's nose or mouth? If the answer to all these questions is no, so the patient is not breathing. You may at the same time examine the patient's pulse. You have to examine the pulse and breathing within 10 seconds. If you find that he has no pulse and no breathing, so you have to do CPR, which stands for cardiopulmonary resuscitation. How to do that? You have to do chest compressions by a rate of 30. And after this, you give the patient 2 rescue breaths. Chest compressions to be of high quality. You have to put your hand on the lower part of the sternum of the patient. And then you have to do 4 things. Push hard, push fast, allow recoil, and minimize chest interruptions. Push hard means that you push the sternum downwards to a depth of 5 centimeters. Push fast means that you give the patient 100 to 120 chest compressions every minute. Allow chest recoil. If you push with depth 5 centimeters down, you have to let the chest recoil up the same 5 centimeters. It's like the chest is going down and going up like a normal breathing person, but with the help of your hands. The chest is going down, the chest is going up, the chest is going down, the chest is going up. Okay? So you have to allow recoil. Then after that 30 compressions, you have to do 2 rescue breaths. Every breath, you have to do it in 1 second. You will close the nose of the patient and put your mouth around the mouth of the patient and give him a breath. Of course, many people will find this not comfortable for them. So you can use a pocket mask. So it will form some kind of barrier between your mouth and the patient's mouth. What's next? We have to bring the defibrillator as soon as possible. And this is the letter D in the mnemonic. Doctors A, B, C, D. D stands for the defibrillator. If the patient falls in a shockable rhythm, and if we use the defibrillator fast with this shockable rhythm, the likelihood that this patient will return to spontaneous circulation is very high. Once the defibrillator is attached to the patient, you have to give an order to the person who is doing the chest compression, stop. This stop is to analyze the rhythm of the patient. And you have only 2 seconds to do this. Is it a shockable rhythm? So this patient will need a shock to be to reverse the heart from this abnormal rhythm to its normal rhythm, or is it a non-shockable rhythm? So this patient will not be given a shock. So to sum up, today we have talked about the basic life support. The basic life support can be summarized in a mnemonic, which is doctors A, B, C, D. D stands for danger, R stands for responsiveness, S stands for send for help, A stands for airway, B stands for breathing, C stands for CPR, and D stands for defibrillation.